Ta etad varjita Vishnudasa. The Vishnu Vargas, excluding the Harivenus, are called Vishnudasas. So, like we had Te Manta Pancha Pancha Vishnu Varga, the five columns or the five rows rather. Now, in that, when we remove the fifth column known as Harivenus, so the remaining letters they are known as the Vishnu Dasas. So here are they: Harikamala, Harikhatga, Harigada, and Harigosha together known as Vishnu Dasas. That's all. Moving ahead. Ya, Ra, La, Va, Harimitrani. The letters Ya, letter Y, Ra, La, and Va together are known as Harimitras. That's all. Sh, Sh, Sa, Ha, Harigotrani. The letters Sh, which is the palatal Sh, the cerebral Sh, the dental S, and H, this is guttural H, of course, are called Harigotras together. Right? Then Sh, Sh, Sah, Shaurayah. Now Sh, Sh, Sa, and H together were known as Harigotras. When we remove the letter H, the remaining three letters they are known as Shauri. Shauri.
Yeah.
Shauri. That's it. Vishnudasa Harigotrani Vaishnavaha. The Vishnudasas and the Harigotras together they are known as Vaishnavas. So what is Vishnudasa? Just now we read Ta etad varjita Vishnudasa. The five columns Harikamala, Harikhatga, Harighosh, and Harigada and Harigosha. And Harigotras are Shar, Sha, Sa, Ha, Harigotrani. So all of them together are known as Vaishnavas. So here are the letters. Okay. Vishnudas,
Yeah.
Harigotrani, Vaishnava. So whenever I ask what is Vaishnava, what is anything, then I expect everyone to recite and to know the sutra. And when we know the sutra, then automatically we know what's inside the sutra. What does it mean? Then Harikada, Harighosha, Harivenu, Harimitrani, Hascha, Gopala. Harigada, Harighosha, Harivenu, Harimitra, and her. Together they are called Gopala. Harigada is Gajadadaba, Ghosha is Gajadadabha, Harivenu is Ma, Nya, Na, Na, Ma. Harimitras are Yaralava and the letter H. Together they are known as Gopalas. And all these groups, classifications are very well illustrated in that PDF or the chart which we have posted in the group, translated by Mataji. So we can take help of that even.
So those are all voiced, right?
Which one?
The Gopalas, they're all voiced.
What do you mean by voiced?
So like the ones that are not Gopalas, ka and ka, you don't there's no voice, like, or the sibilants, the harigotras. There's no voice. But the Gopalas, like ga, you can hear my voice, ga, ga,
I mean,
ja.
it's unaspirated and aspirated. They say like that. So the
Well, it includes both unaspirated and aspirated, right?
means the first, the Hari Kamala and Hari Gada, they are like unaspirated, but Hari Khadga and Hari Ghosha, they are aspirated because when we say Ka and when we say Kha, so Kha also sounds like Ka, but with an extra aspiration, the H sound in it. Ka from Hari Kamala and Kha from Hari Khadga. We add an aspiration, then it becomes kh. Similarly, the g from Harigada and gh. So it's like that.
What I meant is like if I'm whispering, then ka and ka will sound the same as I can say, well, anyway, I can't whisper on the recording, but ga and ka they'll sound different if I'm whispering.
I mean, like, there is no such description in at least Harinamamrita, so I can't say about that topic, and I don't want to speculate.
Okay, thank
I just knew about
you.
the aspiration part, and that's all.
Okay, thank you.
So Harigada, Harighosh, Harivenu, Harimitra, and her together, they are known as Gopalas. So here are the letters: Harigada, Harighosha, Harivenu, Harimitras, and the letter H. Together, they are known as the Gopalas. Yadava Anye. Now, all Vishnu Janas other than Gopalas, they are known as the Yadavas. Oh, one thing is that which I read in Panini, like some part of it, referring to Mataji's question, the Gopalas are known as the Mridu Vyanjanas, the soft letters. The Gopalas are known as the soft letters. In Sanskrit, they say it to be Mridu. Mridu means soft, tender. Vyanjanas means the consonants. And the Yadavas, the remainings of the Vishnu Janas are the Hari Kamala and Hari Khadga and the Shauri. So they are Kathin or Kathor Vyanjanas, as they say in Panini. So that's one part about Mridu and Kathor, like that.
Kato?
Kathor, Kathor, hard, or Kathin or Kathor, they say it like that.
Or, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mridu,
in Bengali there's Katin, and in I think Kator is Hindi maybe.
yes. So like that. So this is Yadava Anye, right? Then moving ahead, Shauri Varjitastu Satvataha. Now, when we remove Shauris from Yadavas, so the remaining Hari Kamala and Hari Khadga together, they are known as Satvatas. Is it becoming a little complicated, one group after another?
No, not so complex. Complex
Uh-huh.
is to memorize all, but it's very understandable.
Yes.
Simple, but thing is to memorize all.
Yeah. So now when we remove the Shauri out of the Yadavas, then the remaining letters, which are basically the Hari Kamala and Hari Khadga, they are known as Satvata. Right?
Yeah.
So do we move ahead? Means because this is Sangya Prakaranam, so it takes less time to cover because there is no such explanation. We'll just do one or two more. Vamano Laghuhu. Vamana is Laghu. So Purva Vamana, we read, Purva Vamana. So Vamana letters are also known as Laghu, which we had already said. Trivikrama Guru, Paras Trivikrama. So the Trivikrama letters, they are also known as Guru. Guru. Guru is like long vowel, heavy syllable. Satsangat Purvo Vamanopi Guru. Now this is a little important. A Vamana that immediately precedes a Satsanga is Guru. Now, let me show it to you. If we have word like say At, no, Pad, Padma. Okay, let's say Padma. Padma means lotus. Now, this sutra says Satsangat purvah vamanopi guruhu. What is a satsanga? First of all, we'll read what is a satsanga. Mithah sanlagno Vishnu janah satsanga sangyah. The combination of Vishnu janas is called a satsanga. Normally, they say it as to be sanyoga or sanyukta. When there is no sarveshwara in between two consonants, then that is known as a satsanga or sanyukta, sanyoga. So letters like so many, like in this case, the letter the and the letter ma. So there is no sarveshwara in between the and ma. So these two, they are known as the satsanga or sanyoga. So now coming back to the previous sutra, satsangat purvaha. Purva means before. Before such satsanga, even a Vamana letter is considered Guru. So in this case, this A is ideally a Vamana Akshara, Purva Vamanaha, right? But,
Yes.
but because it lies before a Satsanga, then it is considered Trivikrama. Now, what happens after considering it Trivikrama is that the pronunciation of this letter A will be like Trivikrama. We'll stop for a while pronouncing that A and basically the pronunciation part.
But when it says tattva, bhakta, these examples,
Yeah.
it says that must be emphasized the consonant, the bhakta or siddhanta.
Yeah. So when we have tattva, so when we say tattva, we stop at this ta, right? A bit.
Yes.
Tattva. So it because this a is connected here, so it counts there only. Tattva, padma, siddhanta.
Mm.
So, so automatically that feeling of long vowel is generated. If we just pronounce as it is, padma, tattva. Now, if someone says tattva, so that is like this, tattva. There is no break. When we say tattva, then it becomes the proper tattva. So,
Okay.
so yes.
So
Satsang,
in the commentary, oh, so go ahead. Sorry.
so satsangat purvo vamanopi guruhu. Before satsanga, vamana akshara is considered trivikrama. Yes, Mataji.
So in the commentary, it's also said that before a Vishnu Sarga, also.
Yeah, we're just coming up with that point.
Oh, okay. You're going to
Yeah.
explain because then last week you said that the Vishnu Sarga is half matra, so I didn't understand how it can be prolonged. Anyway, you'll explain
Yeah, I'm just coming up to that point. So in the commentary, this is Gangadas Pandit, who was the teacher of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself, and he wrote this book known as Chandamanjari, the science of chandas, meters. He states this verse: सानुस्वारश्च दीर्घश्च विसर्गी च गुरुर्भवेत् वर्ण संयोग पूर्वश्च तथा पादांत गोपिवा. Now, generally, the letters are of two kinds. One kind is the Vamanas, and another kind is the Trivikramas. Now, in some of the cases, the Vamana Aksharas are considered Trivikramas. Even though they are Vamana, their form is not changing, but still they are considered Trivikramas in some of the instances. One instance we did now, which is, Satsangat Purvo Vamanopi Guru. Satsang, Satsangat Ityadi. Example is, we give Padma. Now, second instance is a vowel with an anuswara. For example, let's say Sansara. So we have example of Sansara. Now in this case, we have a Vamana Akshara, which is preceded by a Vishnu Chakra. Now in this case, this Vamana Akshara will also be considered as the Trivikrama Akshara. This is
That's specifically for the sake of Chanda, I guess, no?
yes, yes. Then the third instance is a vowel with a dirgha vowel. What is that? Okay, a dirgha vowel is generally, the Trivikrama Aksharas. So the
Yes.
Trivikrama Aksharas are Trivikrama. There is no point. So Trivikrama Aksharas are Trivikrama Aksharas. A vowel with a Visarga. Now let's say Krishna. Okay. A vowel preceded by a Vishnu Sarga, then this vowel is also considered to be a Trivikrama. A vowel coming immediately before a conjunct of consonants is a Guru. This we did here, the first one,
Yes.
which just comes before a conjunct consonant. The final vowel in a pada is optionally also a Guru. Now in the shlokas, generally, the ending note, the ending pada. So if there is a Vamana Akshara, then depending on the requirement of the shloka, the shlokas are composed based on the meters, chandas, and chandas have their own requirements. The letters should be in a particular sequence of Lagu, Guru, Guru, Laghu, and so on. So the last varna in the last pada, generally, even if that is Vamana, that is considered to be a Trivikrama Akshara. So this goes in the Chanda section now, So, but here it's mentioned in the commentary. So basically, we mainly deal with these four in the grammar because grammar doesn't deal with Chanda in detail. So this is clear. Before a Satsanga, vowel and Vishnu Chakra, a normal Trivikrama, and a vowel and a Vishnu Sarga. Right?
So could you please say that case number 4, because you said it has to be prolonged, but then on the other hand, the Vishnu Sarga has to be short, otherwise it becomes ha. So can you just say it so I understand how to say it?
So Krishna. So Krishna.
Krishna.
So now that Vishnu Sarga is not a letter itself. So it basically becomes a part of the preceding vowel. And when we prolong that Vishnu Sarga, so it's like we are prolonging the vowel in itself. So
you can say Krishna.
Yeah, Krishna. Krishna. Okay. There's that additional sound we are adding. Because in the Chandas, we don't count the Vishnu Sarga to be an additional letter. So it just becomes a part of the varna of the vowel which it is connected to.
Okay, thank you.
So yes, is it clear?
Yeah.
So another examples are of satsangas. Sha na becomes shna, and ka yuktata becomes kta. So in Devanagari, they take special forms. So if you know the forms, then it's good. Even in Bengali, they take special forms. Like I saw Guru in Bengali, Ra and U, they take a special form. Dma. So if you are well versed, it's okay. If you want to learn the Devanagari versions of the conjunct consonants, then I can share some file and you can just go through them if you like to. Shall I?
Yes, sure.
Yeah, in the PDF, the transliterations of some of the conjuncts were missing. I mean, I already knew, I think, most of them, but the transliterations were not showing up.
So I have sent a file here. So the beginning 20 pages deal with the conjunct consonants in Devanagari script. It's like really elaborate, so you can just go through them. And I think the English is also given simultaneously to help. So yeah. So we'll stop here for the sutras because we want to stick to 20 sutras a week. So we'll resume Anvaya. The second shloka from Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Dharmah प्रोज्झितकैतवोऽत्र परमो निर्मत्सराणां सताम् वेद्यं वास्तवमत्र वस्तु शिवदं तापत्रयोन्मूलनम् श्रीमद्भागवते महामुनिकृते किं वा परैरीश्वरः सद्यो हृद्यवरुध्यतेऽत्र कृतिभिः शुश्रूषुभिस्तत्क्षणात्. So, a very famous verse from Srimad Bhagavatam. So, we'll just read the Anvaya and try to discuss. Idanim Shrotra Pravartanaya Shri Bhagavatasya Kand-traya Vishayebhyah Sarva-shastrebhyah Shraishthyam Darshayati Dharma iti. I think the Devanagari script is okay with everyone.
Yes.
What about Mahaprema Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu, but when reading, please a little bit slower so I can follow. Some of the sandhis mainly are a little bit still challenging for me. But yes, I'm trying to follow.
Thank you. Because originally it's in Bengali, but we are trying to transliterate it into Devanagari. So idanim, now Shrotri Pravartanaya. What does Shrotri mean? Anyone?
No.
Okay,
Like
what does
a hearer or no, the hearer. The hearer?
yeah. Shrota, we say Shrota. So Shrota, Shrotri, the same thing. So the listeners, the hearers. So now to encourage the listeners to indulge, to involve, to participate in hearing Srimad Bhagavatam and listening to the message of Srimad Bhagavatam. What's happening here is to encourage them. Shri Bhagavatasya Kand-traya Vishayebhya Sarva-shastrebhya Shreshthyam Darshati. In this shloka, the supremacy of Srimad Bhagavatam, over other scriptures which deal with the three sections of the Vedas, namely the Karma Kanda, the Jnana Kanda, and Upasana Kanda, is shown by this verse beginning with Dharma Projita Ityadi. I'll repeat. Now, to encourage the listeners, the hearers, to read Srimad Bhagavatam, of course, to understand and implement the supremacy of Srimad Bhagavatam over all the other scriptures which deal with the three sections of the Vedas, namely the Karma Kanda, Jnana Kanda, and Upasana Kanda, is shown by this verse which begins with Dharma Projita Ityadi. So this is an intro to this verse. Now the Anvaya actually begins here. Okay. Mahamuni Krite Shri Narayanena Prathamam Sankshepatah Prakashite. So I told you the pattern of the Anvayas, which is first of all, Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada takes words from the shloka and then he gives synonyms or elaborate the word from the shloka. So originally, there's some noise, I think, from somewhere.
Oh, sorry, I'm typing notes. I'll mute myself.
Thank you. So initially, it was Sri Narayana who manifested Prakashite, the message of Srimad Bhagavatam in brief, Sankshepatah. Okay? As we know, Chatushloki Bhagavatam, which was the original script for Srimad Bhagavatam in brief, Sankshepatah. Atra Asmin, in this Srimad Bhagavate, Srimati Sundare, it's like, see, Srimati is equal to Sundare, Bhagavate is equal to Tadakhya Granthe, you know, like that. It makes easy in this way, even. So, Srimati refers to Sundare, this beautiful scripture known as Bhagavata. Nirmatsaranam Para Utkarsh Asahanam Matsarah Tad Rahitanam. Now, the word Nirmatsara is being explained. First of all, the definition of Matsara is given. What does Matsara mean in English?
Envy.
Envy.
Yeah, it means envy. What is envy? Envy is Para Utkarsha Asahanam. Para refers to others. Utkarsha refers to the elevation, success, and Asahanam refers to intolerance. So the intolerance of someone else's elevation or someone else's success is known as Matsarata, enviousness. Para Utkarsha Asahanam. When we are intolerant of someone else's success, that is envy. Tat Rahitanam, and those who are devoid of such Para Utkarsha Sahanam, they are known as the Nirmatsaras. Is that okay?
Yeah. I think it would be useful to have this sheet so we could write down the meaning of each word.
Yeah, I'm copying everything, all the words, while I'm writing down the meaning. It would be much easier if we had the Devanagari ourselves. So
I mean, it would
Sahana,
be, for us, would be better before the class you send the anvai so we can print it and write.
I mean, I'll just share it, the whole doc, because every now and then we update it. So we'll just share the doc. So
Okay.
please tell me your email ID. I'll just right now.
Akrura.
Satam Sat Jananam Sarvabhut Anukampinam. Those gentlemen, I'll translate Sat Jana to be gentlemen, who bear compassion for all the living beings. Oh, Prabhu, I mean, like, if you can copy and do the thing personally, not here, like.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to see where.
Means in this file, we have a standard that will just keep the Devanagari.
Yeah. I know.
So,
I just want to know how to download it so I can edit my own copy and not.
you can just, select and copy paste in other file.
Or the section that says file, I think there is an option for downloading.
Maybe. Yeah, it's there, download.
Yes.
It's there. You can, yeah.
maybe we can pause a minute while we each get the file and then.
Okay. So, Satam Sat Jananam Sarva Bhutanukampinam.
Can we start from the beginning, Prabhu?
Okay, we can just go through that. So idanim, now in this shloka, to encourage the listeners to hear, read, etc. Srimad Bhagavatam, the message of Srimad Bhagavatam, the supremacy of Srimad Bhagavatam is shown over all the other scriptures which pertain to the three sections of the Vedas, namely the Karma Kanda, Jnana Kanda, and Upasana Kanda, beginning with this shloka from Dharma Projita Ityadi. Mahamuni Krite, initially, in the beginning, it was Lord Narayana who manifested this message of Srimad Bhagavatam in brief,
What is Darshayati?
shown, it
Okay.
shows. This shloka is showing.
Uh-huh.
Atra asmin Srimad Bhagavate, in this Srimad Bhagavatam, a Bhagavatam which is beautiful and is named as Bhagavatam, this Grantha, Nirmat Saranam, those who are devoid of Matsarata, enviousness, which mean intolerance of someone else's success or elevation. Those Satam who are gentlemen who bear great compassion towards all the living entities.
Prabhu, would be super better if you could say like this letter Sajjananam means this, Sarva Bhutanam means this, because it's too fast for me, at least for me, and I think Mahaprema, it's for us it's too fast and we cannot write the meaning of words and learn the words, but if you could just tell this word means this, and
I
then
mean,
Well, what I'm doing is I'm trying to get the whole meaning, and then I will go back and try to, because I don't know if word by word would be very, I don't know.
I'm not going like that, like word by word, because means first of all, the cases, the vibhaktis, and all, like we are lacking in that because we didn't read it yet. So I'm just giving a overall synopsis. Initially, we'll do word by word even when we move ahead in the grammar part. Otherwise, it will become a little technical for the time being. But still, I'm trying my best to give as much as we can digest for the time being. Means I don't have any problem, telling for word by word. Like Sat means truth, Sat means good, Jana means people, and like that. So
at least for me would be perfect. I don't know for the rest, but if you could do that, I mean, I think we could learn much more, but I don't know the rest. And
means I think I'm doing that. Like when I translate, like now, I'm not doing like that. Like Kanda means section, Tra means three, Vishaya means subject. But I'm
that would
translating.
be that would be perfect, like
But
just
Prabhu, actually, I think that will take means. I mean, I don't know. Means if all the devotees agree, I can go like that. Even means I don't have an issue.
I'm understanding, but I don't mind if we go at that.
Okay, means we have 2 hours. We have a long journey, so we'll just do it. I don't mind really.
Prema, what do you think?
Well, yes, I don't know about time. That's why I'm saying. I thought that later we could share a little bit like word by word internally, we as students. But I mean, it depends on time.
I think
What you probably.
today we have more time because the sutras were shorter
Mhm.
because they're just terminology. So maybe today we can do it that way.
Means I don't mind doing that way. Like I personally wish that we know each and every word in detail. So we can do like that. So idani means now, shrotri means the listeners, pravartanaya means to to encourage, to encourage. Pravartana could also mean to motivate. Yes, motivating, encouraging. श्री भागवतस्य कांडत्रय विषयेभ्य ऑफ भागवत कांडत्रय विषयेभ्य सर्वशास्त्रेभ्य Sarva Shastrebhya, over all the scriptures. So, Kandatraya Vishebhya means, which pertain, which deal with the subject of the three kandas. Traya, three kanda sections, Vishaya, subject. So, namely, Karma Kanda. Three kandas are Karma Kanda, Jnana Kanda, Upasana Kanda. Shreshtyam is Shreshtyam is supremacy, and Darshayati is showing Dharma iti, the shloka beginning with Dharma Projita. So I feel like I'm writing a book now with synonyms, like Prabhupada style.
That was super. That was super.
I think now you will have to do that part.
Yeah, once we get those cases in Vibhaktis, maybe that can be a project for your students that we can make that
Actually,
the terminology with the Harinamamrta Vyakaran terminology, that it should say that, because now if I say that this is genitive case, locative case, or whatever, then it's all like these Latin terms instead of the Harinamamrta Vyakaran terms.
so yeah, Mahamuni Krite, done by Mahamuni, which means Prathamam, initially Sri Narayanena, by Lord Narayana, Sankshepatah, in brief, Prakashite, manifested. Atra, here, Asmin, here, Shrimad Bhagavate, in Shrimad Bhagavatam. So Shrimati means, Sundara, the beautiful. Bhagavate means Tat Akhya Granthe, the scripture which is named or which is known as Bhagavata.
So actually, Mahamuni I always thought was Vyasadev, but now it's saying it's Narayan.
It's like even Sridhar Swami says it's Vyasadev, but in his commentary actually. But here Bhakti Siddhanta Prabhupada is referring to the very first instance when the seed of Bhagavat was, planted, so to say, was sowed, and that was by Sri Narayana in through Chatushloki Bhagavatam. Or basically, it was Om initially. From Om, uh, Om is also considered to be a Gayatri mantra in itself. If we read Jiva Goswami's commentary on the very first shloka, then from Om the Chatushloki Bhagavatam manifested. Then from Chatushloki Bhagavatam, it further manifested into what we have at present, the full-fledged Bhagavatam. It's like that.
What is Pratham Sankshepataha?
Prathamam refers to initially, in the very beginning, and Sankshepata refers to, Sankshipta, in brief. In brief refers to, implies the Chatushloki Bhagavatam, or it can also mean Om, the letter Om.
Okay.
The very first word of the creation, Om. Basically, the very first word or the very cause of creation, even we can say.
Okay.
It is said.
Atra?
Atra is here. Atra is
Here?
here, Asmin here. Srimad Bhagavate is Srimati. Srimati refers to Sundare, beautiful. When we say, like to Prabhus, we say Shriman and so and so. So it's like beautiful Prabhu.
Okay.
No, I'm just going literally, but it's a respect.
Yeah. That's better literally, because that's when we get the sense of Sanskrit. No?
So Bhagavate is Tat Akhya Granthe, the scripture which is known as Bhagavat. Akhya refers to which is known as. Nirmatsaranam Para Utkarsha Asahanam Matsarah Tat Rahitanam. Para refers to others, para. We say para. Any example for para? Para.
Param Atma.
That is a different meaning. That param refers to a supreme being.
In Bengali, apun is one's own people, like one's relatives, and par is outsiders.
Yes, so the same meaning here, the outsiders, others. So para is others, the outsiders. Uh, Utkarsha means elevation, success. We say Utkarsha, Utkrishta, Utkarsha. And asahanam means intolerance. We cannot tolerate. That is matsaraha, which means envy. Tat rahitanam. Those who are devoid of such matsarata. Rahit means devoid of, in whom there is no such feeling, no such bhava, emotion. Satam refers to Sat Jana. Now, Sat Jana, in Hindi, I think even in Bengali, the word Sajjana is very much used, right?
Sajjan Toshani was this magazine that is for the
Yeah.
satisfaction of the Sajjans, the
Yeah,
good people.
so respectable, virtuous, Sajjana could mean respectable, virtuous, a good, virtuous, or wise man. Virtuous sounds little more closer and good to Sajjana. So Satam refers to the virtuous men, people who bear great compassion, anukampinam. So we know the word anukampa. So anukampa and anukampinam, the same thing. So who
What
bear,
is that?
Mercy or compassion. Like, tatte nanukampa.
yeah,
Susamiksha.
that's even there. So who bear great compassion towards all sarva. Bhuta refers to the living beings, the living entities. It doesn't say sarva manushya or sarva something. It says sarva bhuta, which means towards all the living entities. What's that? In
Oh,
out?
sorry.
No, I mean mm, those who do not. What is the term? Those who do not drink, accept the dairy products from the cows, which have
Vegan.
yeah,
Vegan.
vegan, right? So
Vegan manasa krodha vegan, like vegan impulse, like impulse.
yeah, so basically, I believe that Sarva Bhutanu Kampina have that seed of veganism, let's say like that. Because it says Sarva Bhuta, which includes the cows and so on.
Or the Jains who would cover their mouths so they don't breathe anything and sweep the road in front of them so they don't step on anything.
Means I don't know why do they wear masks, but now all of us wear masks.
Hmm.
So that's a different point. So, so this is Sajjananam Sarvabhutano Kampinam. Projhita Kaitavaha. This is interesting. Now, Projhita Kaitavaha, we have pra in Projhita, pra here. So this pra shabda, what it means through pra shabda is सालोक्यादि सर्व प्रकार मोक्षाभिसंधि प्रकर्षेण उज्जितम उन्मूलितम. Pra refers to the desire, abhisandhi refers to the desire to obtain, to achieve all kinds, sarva prakara of mokshas, liberations, namely Salokyadi. Now, Salokyadi refers to Salokya, Samipya, Sarupya, Sarshti, and one more. What is that? Salok-
Sajuja.
Sayujya. Sayujya.
Oh, the one that we always forget because we don't want it.
So, Salokya, Sarupya, Sarshti, Samipya, and Sayujya. So, Prakarshena Ujjitam. Its Ujjitam refers to Unmulitam. Prakarshana
What?
refers to, prakrishta rupena. In totality, we just uproot the desire of attaining all sorts of liberations.
Prakarshana would be to uproot this desire.
No, prakarshana would be uh, in totality. This is prakarshan, different sense. This is eminently, intensely, thoroughly. So it's like thoroughly in totality. There is no space for a part of liberation, a desire to attain that. No, it's like thoroughly. Ujjitam means unmulitam. Unmulitam means uprooting.
Wait, so what was the function of the sandhi? It said at the end, moksha his sun.
It's abhisandhi.
Oh, abhisandhi, but that word I don't know.
Abhisandhi is one word, which means a desire to attain, like we fix moksha as our goal. It's like abhisandhi.
Okay, thank you.
So kaitavam. Now kaitavam refers to phala abhisandhi lakshanam kapatam. Now phala abhisandhi lakshanam. When he explained pra, Bhakti Siddhanta Prabhupada, in pra he explained the symptoms of those in jnana whose aim is to attain liberations, the varieties of liberation. That is indicated by the word pra. Right? Now, when it comes to kaitava, kaitava refers to the hankering, the desire to attain the karma phala. So it's like jnana is covered, is rejected, eliminated from Shuddha Bhakti. Now it's coming down to the phala. Phala refers to the fruitive, the karma phala, the reactions of the fruits of our work. So that is kapatam. That is how do you say kapatam? It's a cheating process. Kapatam basically literally means a cheating process. Kapatam.
And Prabhu, one question between ujitam and unmulinam. What unmulitam? It's on rooting, and ujitam what is?
So ujitam is like unmulitam is synonym of ujitam. So both of them mean uprooting.
Okay. And in this case, phala bi sandhi lakshanam. What would be bi sandhi lakshanam?
It's abhisandhi. Abhisandhi we read in moksha abhisandhi. It's like abhisandhi means a desire to attain, to obtain.
Okay.
One who fixes phala, the karma phala as his goal, So that's abhisandhi.
Okay. And lakshanam?
Lakshanam is which is symptomized by such desire to attain the fruit.
Yeah.
So that is kapatam, that is a deceit, a fraud, cheating. Such religion is deceitful, cheating religion, as Prabhupada would always say. Yasmin saha. So dharma, artha, kama, moksha, vancha is such. So when we say dharma, artha, kama, moksha, the chatur purushartha, so that is full of cheating religion, the deceit, because ultimately it's based upon the selfish inclinations. So dharma, artha, kama, moksha, vancha. Vancha means the desire of dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Hetu rahitaha. So Shuddha Bhakti Yoga Rupaha. So Shuddha Bhakti is devoid of the desire for dharma, artha, kam, and moksha. Basically, it is devoid of desire, devoid of the desire of such religion, such deceitful religion, I'll say, which aims at artha, kama, and ultimately moksha, and there is no scope for Shuddha Bhakti in that dharma. So that's what is meant by projita kaitava, that all cheating religions, which is full of deceit, is being fully rejected. Pra ujjita. Then it's paramaha. Karma, jnana, shastrebhyah shrestha. It's supreme, best in comparison with the scriptures of karma and jnana. It's parama. When we say parama, then it naturally implies that there is something nikrishta, there is something below than that parama. That's why Krishna is known as Asamurdhva, as we know. I think it's
Prabhuji, the two words like Yasmin, Saha, you jumped.
Yasmin means in which, Saha means that.
Okay.
Yeah, Yasmin means literally in which, and Saha means that.
And then Shabda Bhakti
Shuddha Bhakti.
Yoga. Shuddha Bhakti, pure Bhakti.
Yeah, pure devotional service. Shuddha Bhakti
Yeah.
Yoga. So it's Parama, it's better, it's greater and greatest than the Karma and Jnana sections of Shastras. Shastras
And
pertaining.
Rupaha would be his form.
What is that, Prabhu?
Rupaha.
Rupa means. Just say Shuddha Bhakti Yoga, which is pure devotional service.
Okay.
That's okay.
Okay.
So it's Parama. We said that Parama is Shrestha, is supreme than Karma and Jnana Shastras. Such a dharma. So this dharma, which is Projita Kaitava, this dharma is Shuddha Bhakti Yoga Rupa. It's Parama. Nirupyate means it's Nirupyate, it's Nirupana. How do you say Nirupana in English?
Without form.
No. It's stated or determined. It's determined. It's stated as such in the scriptures, or in particular in this verse, that the Parama Dharma is devoid of anything based upon selfish motives. So it's Projita Kaitava. Pra deals with the Jnana section and the aspirations accordingly, and Kaitava refers to the Karma section and the aspirations accordingly. Atra Srimad Bhagavate. In this Srimad Bhagavatam, Tapatraya. Actually, this is nice when we are breaking words. Now we are getting, of course, it may take a bit more time, but if we concentrate, then we get meaning of each word. So
That's exactly what we need.
So Tapa Traya Unmulanam. Tapa means, how do you say tapa? It's affliction,
Suffering.
sufferings,
Austerity.
not austerity. Austerity would be volunteer, but sufferings are not volunteer. Sufferings are imposed. So tapa, traya means three, and unmulanam again. See unmulanam. We did unmulitam, and here is unmulanam again. So uprooting. So in this Srimad Bhagavatam, whoever reads Srimad Bhagavatam, applies Srimad Bhagavatam, what happens is the very first reaction or result we get from Bhagavatam is uprooting the threefold miseries, the sufferings. So the tapatraya are as follows. Adhyatmika. Someone just now he was asking me, where is the reference for this? So we got a reference here. Adhyatmika, Adi Bhautika, and Adi Daivika. So Adhyatmik refers to sufferings by one's own self, mind, intelligence, by one's own self. Even I'll say sufferings from one's own family is also Adhyatmika, because they are, considered to be a part of one's own self, or an extension
Yeah, an
of one's
extension.
own self. Adi Bhautik refers to the sufferings given by the Pancha Mahabhutas. I mean, the other creatures. Yeah, the other creatures, living entities, because Bhuta refers to the living entities, and Bhuta also refers to the Pancha Mahabhutas even. So in this case, it's the other living entities. And Adi Daivika refers to the sufferings given by the nature or the demigods. So Deva, from Deva becomes Daivik. Okay. Maya Karyam. Maya Karyam. So this is the Maya Karyam. These sufferings are ultimately the work of Maya, caused by Maya. Karya means cause and Karana means effect. Sorry, in this case, Karya means it's caused by Maya. It's affected by Maya, all the sufferings. I was just hearing today the point, very nice point, that when we suffer the adi daivik klesha, from nature, or even we suffer adi bhautik klesha from other living entities, then adi daivik klesha from the nature, from the demigods, it's just affecting the pancha mahabhutas, basically. It's not affecting the soul, because the soul cannot be touched, isn't it?
Yeah.
So just a point, like, so basically the same thing is affecting the same thing. The pancha mahabhuta are affecting the pancha mahabhuta. Ultimately, I'm saying in an ultimate sense. So anyhow, so this is affected or caused by Maya. Tan moolbhoot avidya karana paryanta khandanam. And why Maya is after us? Why Maya is, putting us in misery? Like, why us? Because of the avidya, which
What is tan?
yeah, I'm just coming. Because of avidya, which we are bound up, and that is the moolbhoot. Moolbhoot refers to the sole cause, karana of tat. Tat refers to the tapatraya.
What would be that? The three suffering.
Yeah, tat refers to, it's like a pronoun, we don't repeat the nouns.
Yeah.
Right? So so avidya is the moolbhoot karana of the tapatraya. And when we read Srimad Bhagavatam, there is khandana of not just the three kleshas, the three miseries, but it also does khandana. Khandana mean khandana would mean it destroys, annihilates not just the three miseries from affecting us, but it destroys the root cause of those miseries, which is avidya.
It like pulverizes them. It tears them apart. It's like completely gone.
Yes, khandana, mundana, we say khandana or mundana, just nothing left behind. So that's khandana. So that's the effect of Srimad Bhagavatam. Then so Tapatroy and Mulanam was like a like elimination of a negative part. Now what's next? Does it offer anything positive? Then it says Shivadam. Shivam Param Anandam Dadati Anubhavayati Yat Tat. So first of all, now we are in a minus degree, in a minus state. So
Before you continue, this Vidya Karana Paryanta Kandanam. These three words.
Karana is the cause. Paryanta means till. Paryanta means it's not just the kleshas, the miseries that is removed by Bhagavatam, but also till, up till the cause, the root cause of those three miseries, which is avidya, that is also removed. So paryanta means up till.
Okay. And Kandanam.
Khandanam, you can say removal of or destroying. So many synonyms can be there.
Okay.
Khandanam.
So it's the Bhagavatam that destroys these threefold mysteries, or what is causing this destruction?
It's destroying the threefold miseries along with the root cause of those miseries, which is ignorance.
Bhagavatam. Yeah, it's referring to Srimad Bhagavatam.
Yes. Yeah, of course, it's referring to Srimad Bhagavatam. So then it also offers the Parama Ananda. Shivam Parama Anandam Dadati. Yat, which, yat refers to which? Srimad Bhagavatam gives or bestows this Shivam. Now, Shivam is equal to Param Anandam, the supreme bliss. And it doesn't just give or bestow the supreme bliss, but it makes us experience that Paramanandam. It's like spoon feeding. One thing is that we give a thing to someone else. Let's say I give a chocolate to someone. One thing is that to give that chocolate to that person and in front of us, make that person eat that chocolate to experience. So Srimad Bhagavatam, of course, it gives supreme bliss, Dadati Parama Anandam, but it makes us relish or experience Anubhavayati, this supreme bliss. So while we are reading, we make sure that we are reading Bhagavatam seriously, and simultaneously Srimad Bhagavatam makes sure that the reader is relishing me. Because Srimad Bhagavatam is a person, and that person is Krishna himself. So when we are putting time into Krishna, what do you think? Krishna won't won't bother for us. He will. So that's why Parama Anandam Anubhavayati. It makes us realize, it makes us experience, it makes us relish that supreme bliss, which is Shivam.
And Shiva Dam, what would be Dam?
Dam, so means Shivadam is explained here, so Dam is Dadati.
Okay.
And so Anubhavayati Yat Tat. That refers to that. Vastavam. Now, what does Vastavam mean? Srimad Bhagavatam is sthiram. How do you say sthiram? Stagnant?
Steady, fixed.
Yeah,
Stable.
stable, steady, fixed. Adi, Madhya, Avasaneshu. In all the phases, in the beginning of the creation, in the middle of the creation, and at the end of the creation. Basically, it's eternal and it remains in all the three time zones, past, present, and future. It remains
So
steady.
Adim would be
Adi, beginning, Madhya, in between, Avasana is the end or annihilation.
Madhya, Avasana, Annihilation.
So Srimad Bhagavatam is steady. It remains.
And
And
Vastavam,
so, yes. Then it's Vastu. Vastu refers to Paramartha Bhutam Tattvam. Srimad Bhagavatam is a tattva. Tattva could be a philosophical treatise, philosophical treatise, which is Paramartha Bhutam, which
which is superior to the three to
no,
Arthas.
no. Paramartha refers to Krishna, the Paramatma, Parameshwar, which indicates Paramartha, which
The
indicates
Supreme Lord.
Paramatma, which directs the living entities to Paramartha. So, such a tattva. So, Srimad Bhagavatam is such a philosophical treatise which indicates the Paramatma, the Parameshwar, the Paramartha Tattva, and it is Vedyam. Vedyam means Anubhavitum Jatum Va Shakyam, which
Before you go on, can you define just the word Vastavam, Vastu, and Vedyam with one word so we can have a reference?
Vastavam is eternal, Vastu is generally Vastu means an object, so you can say an object. Literally, I'm saying literally.
Yeah.
So Vastavam is eternal, Vastu is object. Vedyam is something which is to be known, which is to be understood. Anubhavitum jatum vashakyam. So basically, this means Shrimad Bhagavatam is can be, Shakyam is can be Anubhavitum, experienced. And I'm not sure about what is Jatum, so I won't speculate. Jatum. So yeah, it means Shrimad Bhagavatam can be or should be experienced, right?
In Bhagavad Gita, Jatu is used. Natvevaham Jatu Nasam.
That is
Natvam
that is different actually, Jatu. That's different Jatu.
Acha.
This is different. Then aparaihi, which means anyaihi, by other, karma, jnana, shastra, adibhihi, athva tat ukta sadhanai. Yes.
And now it's by other, or Aparao it's by other.
Both are by others.
And Va, what is Va?
Va is option. Va refers to optionally, or Va is or yeah, say or,
Yes.
Yeah. So aparayani is by others, karma, jnana, shastra, adibhihi. The different scriptures based upon karma and jnanas, athva or tat ukta sadhani, or the different sadhanas, the processes, the prakriyas mentioned therein, in those shastras pertaining to karma and jnana,
Athava, what is?
or
Athava, or. And Tad Ukta. Because it's Tad Ukta Sadhanao, no? Other types of sadhanas. So Tad Ukta.
Aforementioned.
yeah, tadukta means mentioned therein, wherein in the karma jnana shastras. Sadhana refers to the processes, different processes. Kimva, kiyat va mahatmyam. What importance do they have? They refers to the shastras and the processes mentioned.
प्लीज ये फोटो रामेश्वरी माता जी को दिखा दीजिएगा.
Bolo. Deho.
Okay, so Kimva refers to Kiyatva Mahatmyam. I mean, what relevance do they have, the Shastras or the different processes, mentioned in those Shastras? So Kimva.
What would be Yadav? Yadav?
I'm sorry?
Because it said Kimba. Kimba is what or?
Yeah, Kim is literally Kim means what, Va mean or, and Kiyatva means Kiyatva Mahatmam would mean, what great relevance is there?
So Kim, Yad would be?
No, Kiyat is one word, like
Acha, Kiyad, okay.
Kiyat is one word.
Which is?
Kiyat, I mean, to what extent, how much extent, it's like Ganana to means there is basically there is no relevance of such shastras. This is the implication. So kiyat va mahatmyam. Va is like va stands here as how to say interrogative, right? It
As a
stands
what?
as an interrogative, a question mark. How much relevance is there? So interrogative here, kimma. Okay, this va also here is an interrogative particle and it's not standing as or. So sorry for that. You can correct that too.
Apapantanam.
Upapannam is, you know, gained, you know, how much relevance they have gained or reached. You can choose any of the synonym from it.
And refers to what type of relevance can it be gained by these processes?
Yes, 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 right.
By these sadhanas.
Yes, by these sadhanas or those shastras,
Mm.
because it says athva.
Mm.
Because yatah refers to because. Now this is quite a statement, heavy statement. Now someone may object, how can we to Vyasadev, how can you be so, you know, so straightforward in your statements and are underestimating even. So he says because, yatah stands for because. Reason being, atra Srimad Bhagavate, in this Srimad Bhagavatam, Ishvaraha, Lord Hari, Ishvaraha, Ishaha, Hari. Now this is not Ishvara, Avarjita Sarveshwara Ishvara, or this is not this is not Isha, which is Dashavatara Isha. They are just simply Ishwaras and
This is
Ishas.
Ishvara Paramakrishna.
Yes, the simple Ishvara. So yes, so in this Srimad Bhagavatam, Lord Hari, Kritibhi. Kritibhi refers to, Kritibhi literally would translate as by those who have performed pious acts. You know, by those who have performed pious acts. Bahu Sukriti Sampannai. Sampann, how would you say Sampanna in English? Rukmini Mataji or someone?
Complete.
Well, one who is let's see, Sampanna. One who is possessed of, yeah, would be good.
One who's got full sukriti.
Yeah, I mean, okay, let's say like that. One who has got full sukriti or full, not full, like there is nothing like full sukriti. It can be bahu sukriti, you know, like bahu means a great number of pious deeds.
A lot.
A lot. Full sukriti. Nice. Full sukriti. So by those who are possessed of a lot of sukritis, because yeah, there is no need for that. Why bahu and why not full? So shushrubi, shushrushubi, shrotum ichadbhi, those by those who desire to hear. Ichadbhi refers to by those who desire. Shrotum refers to hear. Now, this refers to that those who are full of or who are possessing a lot of sukritis, only they can desire to hear Srimad Bhagavatam. Others cannot.
Ichadi is desire, no?
Ichha is desire, right? Ichha is desire.
And ibhi,
Oh, that is one word, Ichadbhi.
acha.
Yeah.
But it refers to those people.
By those who desire.
Uh-huh.
And who are those who have Bhahusukriti Sampanna, who are Bhahusukriti Sampanna?
Shrutumi. And Shrutumi, me.
No, Shrotum is to hear.
Uh-huh. And then it says me.
That is Shrotum and Ichadvi. That's when we read Sandhi, will come up to
Yeah,
those
yeah.
points.
Shrotum ichadihi.
Ichad bhi. It's ichad bhi.
Chadbihi.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, it will take time and it will take efforts, but if we really do like this, we'll be great in the subject
No,
we're
that's
getting.
perfect. That's perfect. I'm enjoying so much this moment. I don't know if
Yeah,
you,
you
but
must be enjoying.
I mean, my
We should
intellect is.
relish. Pibata Bhagavatam. It says Pibata Bhagavatam. We're literally Pibata drinking now, aren't we?
Do you know Jagadananda Prabhu in Vrindavan? He gives this type of unbiased, and it's
Okay.
very much good for the brain, because after that, when you read the whole unbiased, you start
Mhm.
to drink the words and to
Yes,
understand.
it's actually nice. I'm really thankful to you that you have suggested to read,
Yeah, actually, if you do this with your groups, they will be very glad, because I mean, this is the way that for those who teach, languages, that's what they do. If you want to learn German or Italian or
Yeah.
whatever, you need to translate the text
Yes,
and
yes.
put the words down, so your brain starts to fix and understand the whole, content and the whole fixing structures. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhu.
Our synapses start firing.
What's that?
The synapses start firing. The brain makes the
Yeah.
connection.
Yeah.
So, tat kshanat, immediately. What is that immediately meaning? Shravana muhurtam arabhya. As long as we begin, arabhya means we begin. Okay, the moment, muhurtam refers to the moment we begin listening Srimad Bhagavatam. Muhurtam refers to the moment, arabhya refers to, the moment we begin. Begin refers to arabhya, and shravanam refers to listening.
And where does it says we, or it's referred to others? Which person is this?
No, it's referring to the kritibhi, shushru, shubhi.
Acha.
So those who, from the moment of beginning of listening, hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, Sadhya eva. Sadhya eva is, Sadhya refers to immediately, and eva refers to indeed, certainly, nishchaya. It's like there's no doubt, undoubtedly. Avilambena. So, okay, this is clear till eva.
Yeah.
Avilambena. Akritibhistu. Okay. So avilambina, sadhya eva refers to avilambina. Vilamba refers to delay. We say in Hindi vilamba. Even in Bengali, I think they use the word vilamba. So I'm not
And
sure.
adi, this pratyay,
I'm sorry.
this suffix, this
Yeah, I'm just coming. So vilamba refers to delay, and when we add it means no delay.
Acha.
It's like mala. In Sanskrit, mala. Mala refers to something which is dirty. you know but when we say amala, when we put that so it becomes pure.
Mm,
It gives the different opposite meaning.
correct.
Srimad Bhagavatam Puranam Amalam.
Yes, so it's not samalam. Samalam would mean along with dirt, malena saha, with mala, but it's amala, without any impurity.
Mm,
So avilambena means without any delay.
mm,
But those who do not possess much sukriti, akriti bhi. Akriti bhi means those who do not possess much sukriti. Tu means but. Tu stands for but those who do not possess much sukriti, much credits, pious credits, for them it is bahuvilambena. For them it takes much time.
akriti bistu. What's bistu?
This is Sandhi. Tu stands for but, and Akriti bhi stands for those who do not possess much credit, much
Yeah.
sukrit. So Bahu Vilambena, for them it takes time. And for what it takes time? Hridi, in the heart, Hriday means in the heart. Amale Manasi. This comes Amala. We are discussing now. Amala stands for the pure, without impurity, which means pure. In the pure consciousness or in the pure mind or the heart, what happens? Avarudhyate. Avarudhyate is like bound, is stopped, is blocked. And vashikriyate, vashikriyate
What's
is,
ava?
what's that?
Ava.
Avarudhyate is one word.
At. Okay. So it's
Avarudhyate,
Ava prefix.
it's prefix, yes. So
ava. It's a prefix. And
ava is a
rudhyate,
prefix.
acha.
But together they mean something. So avarudhyate here means, he is bound. Let's say bound.
Acha.
He is bound. Vashikriyate implies a little more, interesting meaning. In India, Vashikarana thing goes on. In Bengal, it goes on very much, I think. Bengal, Orissa, the black magic and all.
Tantrics, yeah, they
Yeah.
take control of somebody.
Yeah, taking control, subduing. so in the heart, what happens? Krishna is subdued, or devotees take control of Krishna. They bring Krishna under them in their hearts. Vashikriyate. Tataha, and after Krishna is being blocked, or is subdued within us, within the heart of the devotees, then after that, Tataha is thereafter, Tat Nirgamana Asamarthyam. Then Tat Nirgamana, Tat refers to from that region of heart of a devotee. Nirgamana, Nirgamana refers to going back again. If say Krishna comes in our heart and now he wants to go back tomorrow to his abode, saying, "Oh, I'm not feeling nice here." He's like homesick. Then if he wants to go back, so nirgamana, that's like nirgamana, to go back. Then he is asamarthyam. Asamarthya refers to he's not capable of.
Yeah, not capable.
Yeah, so he cannot just, even if he does want to, but he's not capable of. So initially it's hard to bring Krishna in the heart, but once it's done, then Krishna can never ever leave, even if he wants to. Or samarthya.
This last word, samarthayam.
It's a samarthyam.
Asamarthayam means not capable of,
Yeah, not capable of.
not capable of killing.
No, not capable of going out. Going out of the hearts of the devotees.
Asamartyam. So martyam in this case means like to go out.
It's not. There's nothing. There's no. It's not a tha. It's a tha.
Ha.
Samarthya.
It's
Asamartyam.
Okay, so yeah. Samarthya, asamarthya. Tat cha avarodhanam. Tat cha avarodhanam would simply mean that Tat refers to Krishna, Ishvara. Cha is like an extra particle here, element, which would mean thus, something like that. Avarodhanam would mean his bound, the act of binding happens of Krishna, Tat. So wow, it was amazing.
That means of Krishna.
Yeah, Tat
And
means
then,
of Ishvara, of Krishna. Cha means thus, let's say Cha to be thus, ultimately thus. Avarodhanam, the act of binding takes place. So like that.
Krishna is Tribhanga. He is crooked. He's bent in three places. So once he gets in, he can't get out. He's stuck.
Yeah, now you can write commentaries. You haven't understood.
No, I didn't write. Yeah, I've heard this. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just, on a lighter side, I'm joking, but I've also heard that point. So, yeah.
this is the the same chant, no? Srimad Bhagavate Mahamuni Krite Kim Vaparairishvara.
Yes,
This
yes. Like Shad Goswami Ashtakam.
Sardula Vikritam.
I don't know, means I never forgot the name.
Yeah,
Lakshanda.
Sardula Vikritam. It's the Sardula, which is the lion calf,
Okay.
Vikritam playing.